everyone, how is it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our Janet Jackson discography journey. Hey everybody, how's it going? I couldn't be more thrilled to be back here because today we are listening to her ninth studio album, which is promptly called 20YO, 20YO, 20 years old. At the end of the day, that's what it stands for, 20 years old. This album was released on September 20th of 2006, about 2 years, actually 2.5 years, I believe, after Miss Demita Jo. And it charted at #2 on the Billboard 200. So guys, we are doing great on this journey. I cannot believe we are already on her 9th studio album. This is crazy to me. So just as an update, Demita Jo, in a weird way, I am probably still at the same place I was the first time I listened to Demita Jo. And you know what, it's cool. I'm content with Miss Jo, and I'm content with All For You, but I'm excited to go to today because this album is quite controversial, at least in the Janet fandom. So, as we all know, Janet was blacklisted after the Super Bowl event, and that didn't fare well for Demita Jo, and it didn't fare well for this album and the one... well, actually, I think the ban was somewhat lifted for the next album after this, although I'm not sure. But either way, let's just say the ban was still very prevalent here with the 20 years old era. The name of this title comes from a celebration of Control. It's the 20th anniversary of Control at this time, and now it's 35 years after Control. Oh my god. And like I was there, but still, that's a long time. And this album, like I said, it did chart at #2 on the Billboard 200, so not too bad. And there were a total of 3 singles for the album, which includes Call On Me, which charted at #25, So Excited, which charted at #90, and With You, which did not chart. So, you know, in all honesty, even though that there was a blacklist on Janet, I have to say this 25 position did shock me a little bit. 25 is not horrific. Not where she should be for Miss Jackson, but still not horrific. Many people, from what I gathered, Control, like, you know, when we start with Control, they say that this is the worst album of her output, which makes me nervous, also somewhat excited, because someone commented on the last video and they were like, I have a feeling Sal is going to really enjoy 20 years old. And I have that weird feeling too. Basically, what I read is that this was Janet getting back to dance music. You know, it's dance music. What she does is classy, as she once said. And I'm excited for that. I feel like I have a little surprise in store for me. Again, I know that a lot of people don't seem to be fans of this album, but there's nothing on here I know, so I think the best thing to do is to get started. We begin with track #1 to track #2. This is 20 intro. In fact, all the interludes and intros are just called 20 for this album. So here we go. We begin with 20 intro into So Excited, which features Khia. We're going on a little rewind. Okay.
Well, there's something to... Are you recording?
Are you recording?
There's something to be said for not saying anything. I've talked about racism, spousal abuse, empowering women,
oh my God,
children. I've talked about a lot of things. What do I talk about this time? Years.
What more can she do?
I don't want to be serious. I want to have fun.
Okay. That's what I want too.
What you talking about, shawty?
Okay.
Breathe.
Ooh. Your swagger, I can't. You'll never hear the word no, so. What you talking about, shawty? So excited. Okay, that was so excited. And, you know, lyrically, I thought this track was fun. I like these lyrics where she, especially at the end, where she was like, I'm gonna open my spot for you. I was like, okay, Janet. Anytime you want me to, you can get me so excited. You know, I mean, that's the gist of the song. It's simple lyrically, like whatever you're doing and what you got right here, right now, it's got me excited. The song itself, the production, I felt was a little... It's not even messy, but I felt like it never picked up enough momentum for me. I felt like it could have definitely been a little bigger. One thing I'm a little curious about is that I wonder if there were any remixes for... Okay, there were apparently a ton of remixes on this song, per se. There's a... Oh my god. Wow, there's lots. I would have been curious to have heard how this would have done, you know, more remixed, a little more pep, put a little more pep in its step, because lyrically and from Janet herself, I'm getting that she's excited. Production-wise, it doesn't sound as exciting as I think I would like it to. I think it's funny, right here I have up critical reception, the thing that caught my eye was serviceable enough. I think that's fair to say about this song. I'm not going to put a like next to it, but I feel like this is one that will grow over time. But I'd be actually, for once, curious to hear some of the remixes. Track number 3, Show Me.
Next to you, I get this feeling that maybe I'm willing to stay next to you. But the thing is, boy, I don't like work, and I'm telling you, you want it, you say you want it, well then you gotta show me. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it?
Oh my god, this sounds so mid-2000s.
How bad do you need it? Show me.
Show me.
How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Show me. How bad do you need it? 'Cause actions speak when you're kissing me. You say you want it, but then you gotta show me. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Show me. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it?
Show me.
How bad do you need it? 'Cause actions speak louder than words. Me. All my ladies say S-H-O, me, me. See, I hear you
S-H-O,
over
me.
there talking loud as shit. But can you be A-C-K-I-T-U-P boy, U-P boy? How bad do you need it? Show me. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it?
Oh, want it.
Show me. How bad do you need it?
Oh, that's pretty.
Let's take.
Okay. This, much like the last song, I was not a huge fan of. I feel like the it got a little old, like, kind of quickly. I get it. It's like it's just Jesus Christ. I mean, when you look at these lyrics, when I'm next to you, I get this feeling I'm willing to stay next to you. But the thing is, playa, you don't like work, and I'm telling you, there's nothing that's gonna come easy. It never do, and you better be ready to come to me. So it's just about that this guy's got to show her that, you know, that he's worth her time, which is fine. It had, the chorus was nice, and towards the end, the vocals that I actually got from Janet were actually very, very pretty. But other than that, I don't know, this song really didn't do a whole lot for me. I could have maybe seen single potential with this one, but I'm not like going, like, I'm not begging for it. I do like at the end where there's like a little reference. I didn't really talk about this with the first song, but the intro, Janet, I feel like this is such a point that I've been feeling with a lot of her material, is that she's like, I already talked about this, I already talked about that, I talked about this, what else can I talk about? And I'm kind of like, I'm kind of picking up what you're putting down there, because I'm like, what more can you necessarily talk about? So I found that interesting in the beginning and the end, where it's like, let's dance, which is such a callback to the Knowledge, where she's like, well, it's the interlude. She's like, get the point? Good. Let's dance. And then, poof, check, poof. So yeah, Show Me didn't really do a whole lot for me. Yeah. Track number 4, Get It Out Me? Oh, Get It Out Me. Okay. Okay, this I'm feeling a little more. god.
Nobody has been able to get it out me, get it out me. It's you, it's something that you do, and nobody has been able to. But I really wanna try something that you might think is, but you will be more individual, free to express yourself. I'm gonna get
Okay, a little Madonna reference.
It's you, it's something
It's true. It's you.
nobody has been able to get it out me. Something that you swagger and the way you talk to me. Break it down, break it down, break it down. It's true, it's you, it's something that you do.
Okay, that was Get It Out Me, and basically the gist of this song is that Janet is at the club, there's a guy that just walks in, and he is getting out of her the feelings, or not necessarily the feelings, but you know, like the feelings, and she's like, it's true, it's you, you got me going, or so, I don't know. This song had more of a pace to it. Again, I could have maybe seen single potential with it, but in all honesty, I just did not think it was all that good, quite frankly. Some of the language that I'm hearing from Janet, and I get that this is a product of the time too, but you know, it just doesn't seem to come right out of her. Like, I'm younger than Janet, and these are words that even back, I feel like I would never use. Like swagger. Like, I get that that was a thing back then, but I'm like, I could have maybe handled it her being like, you got that swag, but swagger, I was like, I don't know, that that didn't do much for me. The track does have a good club feel to it, so you know what? I think for the it's true, it's you, I'm gonna give this one a like. It's not like a pure love like, but it got a little something out of me, so there's that. Track number 5, Do It To Me.
Can you bounce with me? Come on.
I do get lonely, I need someone who can pull through.
Oh wait, I love the reference to I get lonely. Cute, love
I
that.
need a solid first and only compliments to you. Do it to me. I need a little slow motion, do it to me. Actions give me that affection, you know how to serve it. Turn up the music to drown out the screams. Please still hear me, baby, work it. Do it to me, time so you can do it to me. Now put your moving in a circle now. You want to do it to me, do it to me. I'm looking back for affection now. Do it to me, do it to me.
Okay, that was Do It To Me, and the only thing that really sticks out to me with this song is that she uses the word pleasure a lot, which I feel like is like a callback to the pleasure principle. She uses the term I get lonely, you know, I get so lonely, so it's like cute. This song itself did little to nothing for me. It's another one of her sex songs, which, you know, I'm always here for a good sex song, but this just was not a good sex song. Yeah. I don't know. Nothing really here is just picking up momentum, is it? So, I don't know. We'll just keep it going. Track number 6, This Body.
Saw the cover, finest girl that you ever seen. Maybe if I let you aside, what would you do if I came alive? Let me tell you, this body of mine, this body of mine. Oh, would you turn out to have some great conversation, but didn't know what to do or what you gotta do.
F-I-N-D, head to toe, 6-page spread, baddest thing I ever seen before. I'm stuck in the store, dreaming, can't even get to the register. Girl behind the counter talking, but I'm like the hell with
Okay, that was This Body of Mine, and honestly, the song itself is about Janet being like, once you see this body of mine, you're gonna go so crazy, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself. But the production is just so, it just sounds not good. Like, it sounds, I hate overusing this pun, but it just sounds nasty. I mean, it makes me want to, and I mean, I'm a gay man, so it's not like Janet is where I'm headed, but I don't know, this is not the, if you're going to sing about your body, and especially because Janet has always been so fit, this is not the best representation of it. Jermaine, also, I forgot to tell this at the time, I've been told this, at the time she was dating Jermaine Dupri, and so he's very prevalent in this album. I know a few songs by him, and this is not his best work. I think he wrote some of it. Yeah, or no. Did he? Yeah, okay, so yeah. And his verse in this, it just sounds mean. I don't know. Yeah, don't want to hear this one again. Alrighty, track number 7 into track number 8, 20 interlude number 1, into With You, which was the 3rd single that did not chart. This is pretty. So far the prettiest thing I've heard on this album.
Connection with the pain. I need enough, I crave for it to remain pure. Cause you gotta get in a feel.
Oh, that's nice.
Say, baby, it's forever and I really mean to make you feel special as I see you, baby. Down, I ain't joking, baby. Cause when I'm in those arms of yours, I'm so gone. The things I like, can't tell me it's not right. When I'm with you, I lose myself and no one can make me do what I can't wait to do. I gotta get in a feel the need to say, baby,
That's so pretty.
and I really mean to make you feel as if they sound.
Okay.
I ain't joking, baby.
She's not joking. Nuh-uh.
When I'm in those arms of yours, I'm so gone.
Times we shared together.
Best times of my life. I wish you were the one.
Oh, is he not?
Oh,
that's so pretty. Oh, that scared me. Okay, that was With You, and so far this is the biggest standout of the album so far. Lyrically and sonically, this song reminded me of the 2 songs from Demita Joe, which were Truly and Could This Be Love, where it's kind of like this is a point in Janet's life where it feels euphoric. Like when she's with this person, like it's just, life is so perfect. You cannot express like just how amazing it is. This was a very beautiful track. I mean, production-wise, it sounds gorgeous. Vocally, she sounds beautiful. It's interesting to me that this was the 3rd single, and it did not chart on the Hot 100 because it was released exclusively, from what I can tell, on, what was it that it said? In the R&B charts, and it did chart at number 65 on the Hot R&B Hip-Hop Songs, which I think is a great choice for it. It's a shame it didn't do better, but I think that this song is really, really pretty. But also, what I keep also thinking too, I wonder how this would have fared if it was on a different album. Would it have made me like it as much, considering, you know, it's on this album so far, which I'm not exactly loving. But either way, regardless, I think that this is a pretty song. I think it's a nice single. I wish it had charted on the Hot 100, but it would have, who knows. But it's a pretty song. All right, track number 9, the lead single, Call On Me, which features Nelly. Let's do it. Oh, that's pretty.
Y'all know what this is. Let's go.
I never met a girl that could break me down. Hey!
Cause you're the one
Okay, that was Call on Me. And in all honesty, this song is pleasant. It's just about Janet and Nelly telling each other that whenever they need each other, just give them a call on them, they'll be there, and they'll be there for each other. There are parts of the song that are nice. I just don't think it's realistically anything special. Like, there's no, like, defining characteristic that says, like, this is a Janet Jackson song and a Nelly song. It feels like you could have honestly gotten anybody to do it, and it would have probably turned out the same as it did. In all honesty, I'm a little shocked that it did chart as high as 25, because I think it's just, you know, a little basic. But, you know, for it being a nice, pleasant song, which I feel is something that I very rarely gotten on this album, I'm going to give it a like. I think that, like I said, it's pleasant. I just don't think it's anything particularly special. Track number 10 into track number 11, we have 20, interlude number 2 into Daybreak.
When we first met, how many years ago is that, Lynette? 78. 78? That's like good times days.
Remember, you were doing Penny.
This is pretty.
It's after midnight and everyone's in the room.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting for the lights to go out. But I'm
Go out.
I'm ringing the phone. I'm singing, baby, baby, shine. The phone wants to skip to see you. We fall asleep. Good, baby, free. Nobody wants to stay up too late.
Nobody.
Sneaking up
Go to bed.
tonight. Gonna take a taxi
Oh,
ride.
you're gonna take a taxi ride.
But you're so good, I can't wait. Feels like a minute, time gets me fall asleep. Good,
This reminds me of something. What does it remind me of?
Cause I'm sneaking out to play tonight. Gonna take a taxi ride. I found it, but you're so good, I can't wait. Feels like a minute, feel like this. I can't afford to miss. Run the risk of I found it, but you're so good, I can't wait. Feels like a minute, feel it. The whole thing has to end.
Oh, and it's day. Okay, so that was Daybreak, and the general gist with the song is Janet is going back, reflecting, and remembering the time when she was younger, still living at home, and she'd have to sneak out of her house to go see her boo thing. It's cute. It's a cute song. I just don't know whether I think it's smart for being, like, talking so youthful, or just it seems a little odd. I don't know. The song went on a little longer than I think it needed to. I'm going to say that bluntly. I know it's only 4 minutes and 21 seconds, but it felt a little longer. I was like, sweetie, I get it. I'm going to give it a like because I thought it was cute, but that's all. It's just cute. It kind of reminded me of something lyrically I feel like you could hear on Dream Street, which I feel she should be a little better than at this stage of the game. But it is cute, so we'll give her that. Track number 12, Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Rain yesterday, but that was okay. Can't complain. I love baby the way. I just
This backing beat is getting repetitive.
enjoy the love we make. Enjoy, appreciate its content, and enjoy the gift of life. Enjoy. If you want to find your paradise, it's content and enjoy what's in its mind. Enjoy, so let's enjoy. Enjoy the day of grace. Enjoy, la 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 la, enjoy, la 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 la, enjoy, la 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 la.
Okay, that was Enjoy, and realistically, lyrically, I think that this song is very pretty. It's just about focusing on the small things in life, just how life takes you for the ride. Just sit back and enjoy it. Listen to the birds, listen to the kids, like, all that stuff. So I think that's really pretty. Her vocals are really, really gorgeous. I really enjoyed some of the backing vocals that were layered with her. It was so pretty. The production sounded entirely fake. Like, it just didn't sound like there was a real instrument in the house for the day that they recorded this. I felt like it would have been, if they had made this like an organic, like I feel like this would be really pretty live. If the production had just been a little more, not even orchestral, but just more real instruments. I feel like that would have made it a million times better, and I would have loved it so much. I'm gonna put a like next to it because the song itself has so much potential, and it's not completely wasted, but had they just made it more organic, it would have been beautiful. Track number 13, track number 14, 20, interlude number 3, into Take Care.
When are you coming home?
This, like, sounds like something from the Velvet Rope, or even Janet Period with The Rain. Oh, this... Okay, it's a sex song, and it's almost 6 minutes long. Okay.
At home, I'm so alone. I'm wishing you would. I'm wishing you were here. Take care of me. Fulfill my needs. Here and take care of me till you come home to me. Take care of me. Fulfill my needs. Take care of me.
That's pretty. The rain came down. Okay, that was Take Care, and the gist with this song is that Janet is all alone in her little mansion, and her man is far away, and she needs him to take care of her, but he can't do that in the way that she needs to be taken care of in that moment, so she'll do it herself. Basically, this is a song about masturbation, especially it's so clear at the end of the line where she's like, take care of me, I'll take care of me, and I was like, okay, sweetie, I pick up what you're putting down here. Lyrically, this song was pretty. Production-wise, it was actually rather lush. It reminded me of Anytime, Any Place. Granted, not my favorite Janet track, Anytime, Any Place, but I did appreciate the kind of like mood to it. I felt like this one was just different enough to warrant its existence. So Take Care, I did like. I thought it was very peaceful, and I admired that she still had a little bit of the sexual stuff in here, but it was a little toned down, but I feel like it was the perfect amount, you know what I mean? So I did like it. Track number 15 into track number 16, the last two tracks of the standard edition of the album, Love to Love into 20 outro. Both? There's two men here?
No, baby, your touch licking, stroking, the way that you do.
Oh, that's pretty.
I don't deny that she's the love for me.
I feel like that has to be a Donna Summer reference right there. Love to love you, baby. Is that it? There's still 23 seconds left on this track.
All right, it's 10 to 6. You've got to go, because I've got to go.
Oh, now she throwing me out now that she had her little say.
We have some lovely parting gifts for you, Lynette. Thanks for coming down.
Oh, she trying to shut me up.
Okay, that was Love to Love into 20 outro. This was another song that reminded me of Anytime, Any Place, just with the way it went about itself. This song is fine too, but I felt like it was albeit too similar to Take Care. I felt like they were two of the same songs, just one was about masturbation and one was about the actual person. Or persons. I was a little taken aback there. But if I was to pick one or the other, I would definitely take Care, because, I mean, we haven't really gotten a Janet song about actual masturbation. We've gotten her about, you know, effing another dude already, so it's kind of like, I get it. Some nice parts to it, but as a whole, I feel like it was just way too similar to the other one. Okay, we are officially on to bonus tracks. There are a total of 2 that were included with various editions of the album, so this is track number 17, Roll Witchu.
All of my directions, you will be okay. Roll with it, stop. Flows, keeping it inside the mood. Love everything you do, was what I'm not with you. You go home,
Okay, that was Roll Witchu, and I mean, I guess this song is fine. I think the reason why this was not included is that it's pretty much the same song, albeit slightly different lyrically, to like kind of like With You and Call on Me. I felt like they had a similar vibe to them. Like she'll roll with you, she'll be there for you. I was like, okay, it's fine. I feel like it doesn't really rise above either or of the other songs anyway. Yeah. Track number 18, the final track, Days Go By.
and I know that I have you to myself when you come home. The hands of time hold me when I'm away from you, and I don't really know what to do. Yeah, it seems like days go by. It feels like I'm so lost without you, and I don't really know what to do. I'm so lost without you, and I don't
This is kind of pretty.
the hands of time when I'm away from you. I don't really know what to do. The hands of time when I'm away from you.
Okay, that was Days Go By, and honestly, this track is probably one of the prettiest I've heard off of this album. It's actually kind of sad that it did not find its way into a regular version of the album. Her vocals are so pretty, the production is so nice. I mean, lyrically, again, the song is very simple. It is just about how when her significant, oh my god, I cannot talk. When her significant other is away for just a little bit, it feels like days go by because like she doesn't like being like away from him. And I'm like, you know what? That's cute. It's a very pretty song, one of the most lush that I've heard off of this album, and I did like it, so I'm gonna put a like next to it. Good way to end this, I will say. Okay, this was 20 years old, and this was an album, I guess we could say. So I'm gonna be quite frank, I'm actually very, very disappointed after listening to this album right now. 20 Years Old is an album that this is probably the first album since Dream Street where I just do not feel like it warrants any product or anything, any deservance of existing. The material on this album is not blatantly bad. There's nothing that's like, oh my god, I cannot believe Janet recorded this. But these just sound like, for the most part, knockoff Walmart versions of Janet's best material. The whole premise of the recording of this album I find interesting is that for the 20th anniversary she wanted to do a fun album. But I mean, I feel like her time could have been better spent on just releasing a 20th anniversary edition of Control. There are callbacks to so much of her previous material with this album that I'm like, Janet, I could just be listening to that stuff. It's better and it brings more joy. This album, I just don't feel like there's any one song that is like truly like, oh my god, we cannot exist without having this in Janet's discography. So far, I think my favorite songs I probably heard were With You and probably Days Go By. I mean, I'm not really standing anything on this. The only songs I put little likes next to were Get It Out of Me, With You, Call on Me, Daybreak, Enjoy, Take Care, and Days Go By. Yeah, this album as a whole was actually very underwhelming. This is probably, like I said, this is kind of compares to me with Dream Street, and just that I'm like, I don't need you. I did not really enjoy this at all. The album doesn't even necessarily sound dated. It just sounds completely underwhelming. I know that, you know, I've been very lukewarm to All For You and Demita Joe and even The Velvet Rope, but I respect Janet so much as an icon, as a diva, as an artiste, and this is just material that I know damn well she is so much better than putting out. And especially with this being just 2 years after Demita Joe, I feel like more time needed to pass, because after this album we tackle Discipline, and the only song I know off of Discipline is Feedback, and that is a whole ass bop. There's no whole ass bop on this album. It just feels like a bunch of mediocre album tracks that this is not a good celebration of 20 years in her career. And to be honest, like, the fact that she's like saying this is, you know, 20 years in my career, Janet, I get the fact that you consider your career began with Control, but sweetie, that's your third album. We can pretend like Dream Street and Janet Jackson don't exist, but they do. I'm kind of in that boat now where I'm like, they exist. We gotta, so realistically, this is more than 20 years into her career, and it just feels like she deserved better than this. Yeah, this is an album that I do not stan. I honestly feel almost little to no interest in going back and listening to it. This did nothing for me. But at the end of the day, it made me appreciate The Velvet Rope, All For You, and Demita Joe a whole lot more. So, yeah, this was 20 years old. An album that I thought I was actually going to like. I was like, wow, watch me like the one that everyone hates be the one that I like the most. And nope, you guys were right. This ain't good. Janet's better than this, and I just kind of, I'm done with her. I'm done. I don't want to. And it's a shame, too. She looks great on this cover. She literally looks like she's 20 years old on the cover, so we can stand that. But yeah, 20 years old, needed to get 20 of the years out. I'm just saying. So yeah, what do you guys think of 20 years old? Let me know in the comments below. As always, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, Twitter at Sal Says Stuff, and I will see you guys next weekend when we wrap up our Janet discography journey with Discipline and Unbreakable. Unbreakable right there. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Yeah, this album left me feeling anything but so excited, and I guess I did this with you, so we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.